the page. Let me type that into chat also.
Oh, good idea.
We are live. Please refresh the page. Now, everyone here, could you let me know, please, when you can see us and hear us? Again, let us know when you can see us and hear us. Now, I ask this because I actually had a terrible experience once upon a time.
Oh, no.
Have I ever told you about this? Well, it was one of my first ever webinars, and I thought everything was going so well. Then I hopped back into the chat for a couple of minutes, and everyone was saying, oh, your screen is broken, you're using the wrong microphone, like it's all messed up.
Webinar nightmare.
I know. No. But are people saying good things,
Oh,
Katie?
yeah, they're flying in. George can hear us, Ed can hear us, Paul D can hear us, Jill can hear us, Alex can hear us.
Fantastic.
Yes, thank you, guys.
So everyone here, thank you so much. Now that I know you can see and hear me, I do have a quick question for you, which is, let me know in the chat where you are tuning in from. Just type in the chat, say where in the world you're coming to us from. Because we get people here from all over the world, from 4 or 5, even 6 different continents in a single webinar. So let us know where you're tuning in from. I love seeing the diversity that comes in on these calls. Okay, you're starting to see these come in?
Yeah, we've got Roger from Florida. Well, Kelly from Phoenix, Lee from Chicago. Hello, London, Montreal, Alex Cleveland, Baltimore, NYC, us too, UK, Mississippi, Chile,
Bienvenidos.
London, Texas, Canada, Melbourne, Australia. Thank you for being up so early. Paris, Buffalo, wow, India.
A town in Wisconsin I'm not even going to try to pronounce.
I was like, I'm just going to glaze over that one. And New Zealand, fantastic. I can't keep reading them because they're coming in so quick.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. So the diversity is awesome, but also that gives us like a quick last minute for those stragglers to come in. But it's 2:02 p.m. We're here live in New York City. I think we've given the stragglers enough time. So Katie, should we get started?
I think we should.
All right,
they're ready.
Okay, let's go ahead and do this. So I'm just going to share my screen. You're just going to hear a squeaking sound as I adjust my microphone. Sorry about that. And finally, just need to launch my keynote. All right, there we go. Finally click the right button. So again, hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for this week's workshop. Now, the full name of this workshop is How to Create Your Own Online School and Online Courses This Week Using Teachable. But we like to call this the Quick Start webinar because this is the place to be to learn how to get your school started quickly. Now, we're going to take that learning curve and we're going to bend it a bit for you. We're going to take this whole process and we're going to show you just how easy it can be. Are you excited? Well, I am too. Now, let's get started. Now, you're obviously here with us today for a reason. You're here because you're interested in online courses and what you can do with them, but you should be asking other important questions here, like who is this webinar built for and who's going to get the most out of this webinar? Well, first and foremost, if you love standing in parking lots with your hand on your hip, looking very sassy in your sunglasses, then this training will be perfect for you. But seriously, if you've ever heard of online courses and you think that they might be a great way to monetize your knowledge or expertise, or if you're interested in building your audience or brand online, then this training will be perfect for you. Next, if you're somebody who already has a business, whether that's online or offline, and you're looking for a way to expand this business with online training, then this webinar will be perfect for you. Now, online courses are a great way to scale your business, and I'll walk you through how you can do this. Now, finally, if you're already an expert, if you already have an online course somewhere, and you're looking for a platform that will help you make more money, work more efficiently, and provide a better experience for your students, then this webinar is going to be perfect for you. Now, before I go any further, just a quick tech tip for everyone in the audience. Now, if you're seeing anything be blurry or hard to read or out of focus, there's a very easy fix. Just go ahead and mouse over the video, click the gear icon on the bottom right, and then change the resolution to 720p HD. Again, if you're seeing this presentation be blurry, all you have to do is mouse over the video, click the gear in the bottom right, and then change the resolution to 720p HD, and everything should be crystal clear. Now, at this point, I'd like to make 2 promises to everyone watching this webinar today. Now, the first is that in the next 60 minutes, you're going to learn exactly how you can create and sell your own online courses using Teachable. Now, that doesn't sound like that much time, but you haven't seen just how easy Teachable is. In fact, the demo itself will only take me about 25 minutes to build an entire course. That's how quickly this process can go. Now, the second promise that I'll make is that we'll be completely upfront and transparent in this webinar. No tricks or gimmicks or surprise sales pitches. Now, because I respect your time and attention, I'll tell you right now that at the end of this webinar, there will be an opportunity to sign up, but it's not mandatory and all the information is free. Now, I want to tell you this in advance so that you don't feel like I'm surprising you with a sales pitch at the end. You've given us your time today, and we want to respect that. Now, if you're anything like me, when you come to a webinar like this, you want to know exactly what you're getting into. You want to know what the game plan is, what we'll be covering, or in teacher terms, what's on the syllabus. So first and foremost, there's going to be a live demo showing exactly how you can use Teachable to create your own online courses. Then we're going to talk about something incredibly important, how Teachable isn't just the easiest way to build your online courses, it's the easiest way to actually start making money from them. It takes about 10 seconds to set up payments in Teachable. No messing around, no fuss, no adding bank accounts. It just works. I'll show you exactly how. After that, we're going to talk about how you can get this all started today. Now, the main word in that sentence is today, because creating an online course, that sounds like a big project, right? That sounds like something that you should tackle later, something that you should work on next week or get around to soon. It's really tempting to put off if you don't know how easy it is. I'll show you how simple this can really be. And finally, we'll be going over some real-life studies of case studies of regular people and small businesses who have used Teachable to generate thousands of dollars in monthly course sales from their first online courses, even if they didn't have a massive audience. Now, I'm serious when I say regular people. These were folks who wrote blogs, had YouTube channels, put out ebooks, had a podcast, or owned a small business, and they found Teachable was the platform to unlock their success. Now, just a heads up, you're really going to want to take some notes here. Now, I know it's 2018 and we're surrounded by gadgets and gizmos, but it's been scientifically proven that writing something down by hand is the best way to remember it. So look around you, grab a pen and paper, and jot down some notes. You will not regret it. Oh, and like I mentioned, there's going to be a special offer at the end of the webinar today for everyone who joins us, but more on that later. Now, before I go any further, I've got a quick poll for everyone in the chat. Just let me know the answer to this question. Who here has created an online course using Teachable? If you have, give me a yes. If you haven't, give me a no. If you feel like saying maybe, you can say that too. This helps me tailor the webinar to you, because if I see mostly no's, I'll spend more time going over the basics. If I see more yeses, I'll spend some more time on the advanced tips and tricks. All right, Katie, you starting to see the answers come in?
Oh yeah, excuse me, they're coming in really fast. Mark saying no, George saying no, Tom no, Courtney no, Derry said some. So we've got mostly no's and a few yeses coming in as well. So thanks, guys. Alex said yes as well.
All right, thanks so much. So based off of those answers you just gave me, Katie, mostly no's, but a few yeses, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend most of the time at the beginning going over the basics, but what I'll do is I'll leave plenty of time at the end for going over the advanced tips and tricks in the Q&A. And now, what you've all been waiting for, it's time to meet your presenters. Hey everyone, that's me over on the right. I'm Cameron. So I'm the head of sales here at Teachable, but I got started in our customer care team, which means I've helped everyone from individuals to large businesses get started teaching online. And then we have the incredible, the indomitable, the unstoppable Katie.
Thank you. I could get used to that, Cam. Hi guys, I'm Katie Scott and I'm the account manager here I work with our enterprise clients. Oh, ouch. Hello just said, guys, I actually don't think this is live. Ouch. We are live. Hello, we are. So ask in the chat if you have any questions and we'll be sure to try and get around to them. Thanks.
Yes. And yes, we are live. I always like letting people know that. In fact, we're live. But in any case, I hope you don't put your keyboards away because I have another question for everyone watching today, which is what ideas do you have for course topics? Let me know in the chat. Now, when I first started Teachable, I thought that the only thing people taught online was computer science. But now that I've been here a while, I see people teaching everything from A to Z. Literally, from astrology to zoology, it seems like you can teach anything online. All right, Katie, are you seeing some cool topics coming in?
Yeah, we do. We've got Bill saying church history. Wow, I've actually never seen that one. Hispanic marketing, autism training. We've got leadership and management, employment law. Someone asked, are you teachers too? I used to be a teacher. George says photography, selling in Amazon. That's actually a really big one at the moment. Art lessons, art topics, filmmaking, vision development, mental health and art. Yeah, wow, this is a massive spread. Thank you guys. Awesome.
Thank you so much, everyone. Those are some really cool topics. I know I would definitely get a lot out of your courses. Now, what's exciting to everyone here on the Teachable team is that we have so many types of people and courses on the platform. Now, this includes the big names, people like Pat Flynn and Seth Godin, New York Times bestselling authors. But the most exciting part of this to everyone here at Teachable HQ is that the people getting the best results are regular people. People like you, people teaching card magic or watercolor painting, or this guy. His name's Alan Perlman, and he attended one of these webinars. A few weeks later, he launched the course he had been meaning to build for ages about how to get certified as a drone pilot. Now, it had been something on his to-do list for a long time, but when he found Teachable, he was able to get it up and running faster than he thought possible. Now, the best part is that he has scaled his Teachable business to multiple six figures and left his day job. Now, these are my favorite stories, seeing people come to a webinar, learn what's possible, and then achieve it. Now, at this point, who wants to see what your school on Teachable could look like? I'm going to show you some of those case studies I mentioned earlier so that you know what's possible. Let me know in the chat, and I love enthusiasm here. So give me a yes, a ya, si, oui, da, hi, or a yes with multiple exclamation points. I love enthusiasm because it shows me that everyone is still with me and that people are excited to learn. Now, that's the best part of this job, seeing people all around the world here and excited to learn something new. Kate, are you seeing this?
Yeah, Britt came in real quick saying yes. We got someone saying huzzah, yes, Michael. Oscar's like yes, Roderick's yes, Mark's saying yes. Okay, yeah, they are definitely ready. They're flying in. Thanks, guys.
All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at some of those case studies. Now, the first one that I want to show you is a course that's called the Foundations of Card Magic, okay? And there are two things about this course I want you to pay attention to. The first thing is this is a great topic. And you know why? Because when you think about it, before I found this course, I had no idea how you learned card magic. Like, did you have to become a magician's apprentice, or did you have to be blessed by some ancient god? I really didn't know. And apparently a lot of people didn't know either, because they raised money to build this course on Kickstarter. So they were something really incredible. How much was it? $66,500. That's how much money they raised to teach card magic online. So if you think your topic might be a little bit small, a little bit niche, well, don't worry, because there's probably still demand for it out there. And the second thing I want to show you is the beautiful sales page. So the sales page or landing page, this is where people are going to come to actually buy your course, and it's got to look great. And this really does. So it has this whole header at the top, the nice image, and what we call a call to action button to enroll in the course. Then it continues. There's this rich description filled with images and text. We have an instructor biography so that he can establish his authenticity. There's the full lesson plan or curriculum, including these links to free previews in the course that users know what they're getting into. And then it finishes down on the bottom with FAQs to address user concerns, testimonials for social proof, and then again, that call to action to get started now for $52. Now, the second course I want to show you is a course by a well-known career consultant named Charlie Hohen. This guy has helped a lot of people get some fantastic jobs. Now, the main thing that I love about this course, let me show you down at the bottom here when I click enroll. The main thing I love are the multiple pricing options. Okay, so most of his users, they're going to buy this version. They're going to buy the $200 version where they get the course and the community. But a lot of his users, like up to 30% more, they're going to pay $800 more, get the $1,000 version just to get some private one-on-one time with Charlie. Excuse me, folks, sorry. Now, if you're interested in doing this, having like a basic price and a VIP price, or setting up multiple prices in general, Teachable makes this very, very easy, and I'll show you how you can do this. So I bet a lot of you here today are probably interested in something like what Dave Cross is doing. So Dave Cross, he's a Photoshop instructor. He's been teaching Photoshop for 25 years, and he has hundreds and hundreds of Photoshop courses. But his main revenue driver is taking all of these courses, bundling them together, and then offering it as a membership for $15 a month or $150 a year. So that's $3,000+ worth of courses. You get that for $150 a year or $15 a month. So again, if you want to have a membership site, you want to offer a membership for all your content, Teachable can handle that, and we'll show you how later on today. So the next course I want to show you, the next school is called Stack Skills. So you might have heard me mention earlier the phrase course marketplace. Well, what is a course marketplace? Imagine having not just your courses on your site, but other people's courses available for sale as well. So Stack Skills is one of the largest course marketplaces on the internet. They've got thousands of courses, hundreds of instructors, hundreds of thousands of students. And the best thing is Teachable handles all of this automatically. So all of the authors they have here, people like Greg Jeffries, Craig Anthony, and Mark Price, they can all upload their courses and edit their content, but they can't touch other people's content. Teachable even automatically handles the revenue part. So whenever anyone makes a sale on here, the authors will get a cut and then Stack Skills will get the rest. So if you're interested in having a marketplace site where lots of people contribute courses, again, Teachable can handle this, and I'll show you how. Now, next, I want to show you Veduca, okay? Now, the reason I want to show you this is because, as you saw earlier, people from all over the world are joining this webinar today, and many of you are going to be teaching in languages that are not English. So that's why I want to show you Veduca. They're one of the largest e-learning sites in Brazil. They've got about 1 million students, and the best thing is that everything that the students see is in Portuguese. Everything from the courses themselves to the interface. So instead of clicking sign up, I click inscreva-se. Instead of putting in my name here, I put in my nome completo. Instead of reading and agreeing to the terms of use, I read and agree to the termos de uso. Okay? So no matter what language you want to teach in, your students, they'll be able to learn in that language. And now finally, I wanted to show you the GetResponse digital marketing certification. So GetResponse, you might know them as email marketing software. They used our platform to build a certification program. And the reason I want to show you this is because while Teachable looks and works beautifully out of the box, if you know some coding, you can take your school to the next level with our Power Editor. So they have added in these cool stats that pull the live stats from their courses and add them to the front page. They've changed the look and feel to do things like have these biographies that show up when you mouse over their instructors. So they've done a lot of cool stuff with custom coding. They've made it look really, really beautiful to match their brand. So even though Teachable looks and works great out of the box, if you want to go further, you absolutely can. So now that we've had a chance to see what's possible, let's go ahead and let's build a course of our own. So I'm just going to go to teachable.com. I'm going to click Get Started. Now, you don't need to follow along with me and do this alongside me, but just pay attention and take notes. And I swear you'll be able to do this too. It's very, very easy. So I'm going to start by putting in my name, Cameron Mattis, but you can find me on Instagram at Cameron Mattis. Now, my email address is cameron@teachable.com, but I'm going to do something that's unique for this one. So I'll do Cameron Quickstart. If I can spell Quickstart, Cameron Quickstart, and then today is 2221718 rather at teachable.com. I'm just going to put in a super secret password. Sorry, guys, can't tell you what that is. And I'm going to agree to our terms of use and privacy policy, which make it clear that you own your students, your content, and your pricing 100%. Now, I'm just finally going to name my school. I can change this all down the line, so I'll do something boring here, like Teachable Quickstart 22218. Now I click Create New School, and that's it. Yes, that's it. That's all you have to do to actually create the site. You don't have to, build anything using CSS and HTML. You don't need to buy web hosting. You just fill out that form and it's done for you. And then we walk you through everything you need to do next. Everything from signing up to our live webinar. And hey, you guys are ahead of the curve. You've already done that. To creating a course, to customizing the look and feel. Now, let's hop in. Let's start with step one here. Let's start by creating a course. I'm going to zoom out one click to see a little bit more. Now, before I build this course, I want to know, what should we teach today? We get these from the audience normally, and I want to do something funny. So, Katie, I want to ask the chat, give us your funniest ideas of what to teach today. We do stuff from underwater basket weaving to how to train your dinosaur. So let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat so that we can see your funniest names. Your funniest ideas.
Yeah, definitely let us know. I think one of my favorite ones was how to get into Hogwarts, which I haven't got my letter, unfortunately. Jennifer says how to eat French fries. I'm pretty sure I've got that one down. I do like that though. How to catch three-legged chicken. I kind of like that. Time travel, flying on brooms, teaching dogs to drive, blindfolded tango. I'm going to go with flying on brooms. Yeah, I kind of like that one.
And
that's from Hello. I think, yeah, Hello.
Well, thank you to Hello. You are our lucky winner. Ding, ding, ding. You win nothing. Look out for your prize in the mail in 10 years. Now, in any case, so thank you to Mr. and Miss Hello. I really appreciate you joining us, and that's a great idea. So I'm just going to call this, I'll just use Hello. So Hello's Guide to Flying a Broomstick. Okay. Now, even though this is Hello's Guide to Flying a Broomstick, I'm kind of like the ghostwriter here, so I want some credit. I'm going to put myself as the author of this course. So my name, again, is Cameron Mattis. Headline, Expert Broom Flyer. Now, I instead of like boring everyone with like a whole biography of how I grew up in a broom factory and then one day realized I could fly them, I'm just going to paste in some demo text just to save everyone some time. And finally, I don't actually have any pictures of myself on this computer, so when I'm making my little bio here, I'm just going to use a picture of my handsome coworker, Ryan. Thank you so much, Ryan. Looking very handsome. So I click Add Author, and there we go. I have set myself successfully as the author. Now, the subtitle, this is like a little line that goes into a bit more info about the course. So, did you ever need a guide on how to fly a broom? This is the one for you, something like that. And then finally, I'm just going to have a description of the course. Now, again, I could type up a whole long thing here, but instead I'm just going to paste in some demo text just to save everyone time. Now, one thing I do like to do in my descriptions for courses, I like to break up the text with an image because I think that it makes it look a lot better. So I can add images from all over the internet, all these different sources over on the left, but I'm just going to use one of our built-in royalty-free stock images. And how about this carpenter working? Because maybe he is carving a broomstick or something like that. All right, carpenter working, perfect. Upload that, cool. And I'm just going to add a little bit more text just to make this look very official because witches really care about this kind of stuff. Now I click Create Course, and that's it. I've built the course now. It's actually been created, and now it's time for me to fill it out with content. I've created the skeleton, so to speak, but now it's time to add in those muscles. Now, to continue the analogy train here, the terminology, this is important. The terminology that we use for courses are sections and lectures, okay? So what I mean by that, think of this like chapters and pages in a book. A book might have 5 chapters with 10 pages each for a total of 50 pages. In the same way, a course might have 5 sections with 10 lectures each. The lectures are the individual pages where your content lives. Students advance from lecture to lecture to lecture. The sections just organize the lectures, group them by topic, group them by theme, etc. So again, just as a book might have 5 chapters with 10 pages each, your course might have 5 sections with 10 lectures each. I used to skip that whole explanation, and then people would get really confused. So now I always do it at the beginning. Now, so we already have a section created for us. So I'm just going to click New Lecture here to start creating a lecture and adding some content. So I'm just going to call this Lecture 1, Flying Brooms is Fun. Cool. Now, the first thing that I would like to do here is I'd like to actually add some video content. Now, you do not have to have video in your course. It's not mandatory. But we really recommend it because video engages better than pretty much any other type of content. So I just dragged and dropped in a quick little video file, uploads in a few seconds, and it's that easy. We provide free, unlimited video streaming and storage and content for all of you. So I've added the video. Now I want to add another file. Let me add a PDF. So I'm just going to click Choose Files, and I'm going to drag in a PDF. Now, just my personal opinion, I wouldn't have too many long documents in your course because people can get kind of bored when they're reading through a lot of documents. But they're good to have as a resource. So like after someone watches this video, they can read the PDF for more information. So I've added video, I've added a PDF. Now I want to add some text, okay? So I'm gonna click Add Text. And if you have ever tried to edit text on the internet, well, especially if you've used website builders, you'll know that it can be a pain, okay? Because with some other sites, if you want to edit text on the internet, you have to use, oops, clicked on the wrong thing. Because on some other sites, if you want to edit text on the internet, you would have to use HTML. Ooh, spooky HTML. With Teachable, it's not like that. If you've ever used Microsoft Word, you can use our text editor. So if I want to make it bold, for instance, I select the text and I make them bold. If I want to make something italic, I select it and I click italic. If I want to link something to google.com or an external resource, I just select it, click the link button, insert a link to google.com, and I want this to open in a new tab because between you and me, I hate it when I click a link and it navigates me away. I want every link to open in a new tab. But in any case, so once I've added all this content, you'll see it shows up on the page as what we call a block. So we have this video block, this PDF block, this text block, and I can drag and drop and rearrange these exactly as much as I'd like. So I can put these in whatever order I want. So for me, I'm going to have the video on the top, the text in the middle, and the PDF on the bottom. So this is looking good. So I'm going to publish this lecture, and I'm going to move on to my next lecture. All right. I keep on clicking the bottom of the screen so that those little Mac icons show up. It's so annoying. So lecture 1, Flying Brooms is fun. This is looking good. So I'm going to create a second lecture and call it Lecture 2, Flying Brooms and You. Okay. Now the first thing that I'm going to do here in this part of the course, since I've added some content already, I want to have some discussions, like some comments, and I want to have an assessment, like a quiz, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up some comments and discussions. Now, back in the day, this would take me a while. I would have to use custom coding to embed Facebook comments or pay for Discuss, then integrate a third-party service, and ugh, those days are over. Let me show you how long it takes to turn on comments on any course page in Teachable. That's it. That's literally all I have to do. With one click, users can now start discussing what's on this lecture. All right, so I've turned on comments. Now what I want to do is I want to have a quiz. Now, like I mentioned earlier, quizzes are built right into Teachable. Our quizzes are simple and easy. We've got multiple choice, true, false, and multiple answer questions available. If you need short answer or fill in the blank or essay submissions, there are tons of ways to do this. Most people use forms like Google Forms or Type Forms or something like that. So I'm going to do an example here, just a quick example here of who's leading this webinar today. Correct answer is Katie and Cam. Incorrect answer is going to be my friend Bill. And the final incorrect answer is going to be Ronald McDonald. There we go. So that's a multiple choice question. There's one correct answer here. Well, now I want to show you a different question we have available, a multiple answer question, where a user has to select multiple correct answers in order to get the question right. And Melinda, yes, you'll get notifications. So let me show you an example of this. Please select the presidents from the list below. So one correct answer will be Emmanuel Macron. An incorrect answer will be Cher. A correct answer will be George Washington. And the final incorrect answer will be Pitbull, or Bitbull if you're dyslexic. So Pitbull. There we go. So that's a multiple answer question where they have to select multiple in order to get the question correct. And finally, I'll do a quick true false. So this webinar is cool. The correct answer is true. The incorrect answer is false. Click add question. And there we go. I am all set there. So I'm going to publish this. And when you realize this, I just added 2 lectures with a bunch of different types of content, and it's all been set up within a couple of minutes. But what if this isn't fast enough for me? What if I already have a bunch of content ready on my computer and I want to add this quickly? So let me show you my favorite feature on Teachable. This is called the bulk upload feature. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to make a new section and just call this second section. And once I've created this second section over in my course, I'm going to use the bulk upload feature to fill it with content. So I click create section, and now I'm going to click bulk upload. And from here, I'm just going to drag in from my computer. I've got 7 MP4 video files. You can use lots of different types of videos, but I like MP4s because they compress well. So when I click that, when I upload this, the system will process all 7 videos, and it'll create a new video lecture for each of them. So in about 10 seconds, I just created a fantastic lecture, a super duper lecture, a really fantastic lecture, an okay lecture, my personal favorite lecture, an incredible lecture, and the best lecture ever. Whew! All done in about 30 seconds. So I'm looking good here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make all these visible. Now, before I finish up and move on, I want to show you something cool. The first is just like you are able to drag and drop and rearrange the content inside the lectures, you can drag and drop and rearrange the courses themselves. The lectures themselves. So if I want to, I can take a fantastic lecture and I can move this right up into the first section. Or I could even take, a super duper lecture and I can move this all the way down to the bottom. You can drag and drop and move things around as much as you want. So before I finish up, I'm just going to add a quick video preview. So I'm just going to mark these as a preview. And finally, I want people to be able to download my videos in this course. So I'm going to select all of these and I'm going to enable downloadability. That way people can download my files. You can turn on and off whether you want people to download them. So now that we've done some of this content building, let's move on to the fun part. Let's move on to adding a price, okay? So there are people ask me all the time, like, Cameron, how do I price my course on Teachable? Like, how do I price my course? What should I price my course at? And I think that people are always looking here for a magic number. People want me to say, yes, set your course to $147 and you'll be an instant millionaire. Well, unfortunately, guys, it does not work like that. There is no magic number. But there are two things you can do that we've found boost your sales by up to 50%. And here they are, okay? Number one, give your users ways to pay you more. Again, give your users ways to pay you more. And number two, give your users multiple ways to pay you. Again, give your users multiple ways to pay you. It sounds super easy, but you'd be amazed at the number of platforms out there that don't support either of these. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to do this in action. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a one-time purchase. So someone pays once and they get access to it. Now you can set these in any currency that you want, but I'm just going to use dollars for this example. And since this is a premium course, I'll set a premium price, $299. Excuse me, folks, got a frog in my throat today. So I click add pricing. And that's it. That's how simple this is to add pricing, because you can go and buy this course right now. I don't have to link bank accounts. I didn't have to set up PayPal. I didn't have to call my bank. I just make a price and you can instantly buy it at that price. It's that simple. It's as simple as it should be. Now, one thing I do want to quickly change though, I just want to call this the basic edition, and I want to add a little subtitle saying includes only the course. Cool. So here we go. I have this basic edition for $300. Now, remember the first rule, give your users ways to pay you more. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to make a new pricing plan. Again, a one-time purchase. I'm going to set this $899. Again, $600 more. And I'm going to call this VIP edition. And now all of a sudden, a lot of people are going to pay me $600 more. And you know why? I'll just say that this includes the course plus an hour of broomstick training, okay? So there's going to be a decent amount of people who, just because they want that extra hour of training, they're going to pay me $600 more. So if your time is worth $600 an hour, you should do this. And now remember the second rule. The second rule was give your users multiple ways to pay you. So look, even though these courses are a lot of value, it can be hard for someone to pay this much up front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a payment plan where they're going to have to pay me to get this course. They're going to have to pay me 6 monthly installments of $59 a month. So I'm going to call this installment plan. And I'm going to let people know that they should select this option to pay in 6 monthly installments. Now, when you do the math, you'll realize that people actually pay a little bit more when they do this. And that's because if they pay you over time, they should pay you more to make up for it. So there we go. In about 2 minutes, I just added a basic edition, a VIP edition, and an installment plan. It's all set up and this course is ready to buy. That's why I say that Teachable is the easiest system on the market. There's nothing else where e-commerce is this trivial. So I'm going to go ahead and publish this course because I think we're looking good. Great. My course has been published. Now I'm just going to make a few last minute edits before I move on. Now, the first thing is the course itself, I want to make a quick change to the branding. So I want to have like a little bit of an image that represents this course all around my site, what we call a thumbnail. So I'll stick with our wooden identity, and I'll go for this picture of like wood shavings because this is how broomsticks are made. And now finally, now that I've added a thumbnail, I want to add a promo video. This is a video that's going to like give people a little bit of a taste for the course before they can actually buy it. So I'm going to drag and drop in this little video file, click upload. And again, it just takes a few seconds and we host unlimited videos and content for free. All right, so I've added in that, and now it's time for one of my favorite things. Now, do you remember those beautiful sales pages we were looking at earlier? The ones that looked like they took hours and hours or days and days to build? Well, guess what? We have just built that sales page automatically while we filled out the content. That's the best thing. The sales page for your course, that beautiful landing page, gets filled out automatically. So when I write the course description, it shows up here. When I add the author bio, it shows up here. As I fill out the content in the course, it shows up in the curriculum. The FAQs there automatically, the checkout block, everything is done for me. And it's very easy to customize. So I can, for instance, I can drag and drop and move around everything using our block system. Now, I do want to make a few last minute edits just to show you how easy this is to tweak. The first thing is I want to change the background here from like this nice linen texture to a nice picture. So how about these atomic structures? Because this is what it looks like when you zoom in on a broomstick really fast. But you see now how our white text, our white title is really hard to read? Well, at Teachable, we like to think of the little things. So we have a built-in slider here, which reduces the brightness of the background until the text is easy to read. So this is looking great. But one quick thing I want to finish up by adding is a testimonial. So testimonials are what we call social proof. They like convince the person who's looking at this page that this is something that is worth buying, that's benefited them already. So I'm going to click Insert New Block. And we have a testimonial block built into Teachable. So I'm going to add that right now. So testimonial says, this is an excellent course, definitely worth checking out. And I'm going to say that this is a testimonial from Ankur Nagpal. Well, who is Ankur Nagpal? Well, he's actually the CEO of Teachable. And I'm just going to add a picture of Ankur over here because I happen to have one on my computer. Picture of Ankur. Fantastic. All right, so now that we have built this course, we've added the FAQ, we've added the testimonial and the header. It's all looking good. So I'm going to save this and I'm going to move on. But before I do, I want to let you know that we have since added the ability to customize your checkout page. So if you are right now paying for external checkout software, like paying $100 a month to one of these services, cancel your subscription. We have this all built in. So you can customize your checkout page with testimonials and bullet points and trust badges. Oh, and by the way, our checkout process, we now have customizable one-click upsells. So you can sell people on your subscription and then give them a discount on your course if they buy right then. It's one click, built right into our payment processing, built into our affiliate program. It is dead simple and easy. And yes, this comes for free along with our service. So you do not need to pay for any other checkout card. So our course is looking good. So I'm going to hop back to the dashboard and see what else we have left to do. All right, so the first thing we have to do is we have to customize our look and feel. So the first thing on this, I'm just going to change the logo of my site. Now, I actually happen to have an old logo file on here from when we used to be called Fedora. No, nobody knows why our company was called Fedora. It's a total mystery for me, but I'm going to click Save and I'm going to move on. Now, I want to change the font for my entire school. Back in the day, this would be difficult. I'd have to change all like the custom CSS. For me, I just click Railway, I hit Save, and the font has been changed for everyone. And now finally, if I want to change around any of the colors, I can use a built-in color scheme, or I can manually pick colors using our color picker. But for me, I'm just going to stick with the built-in color one because I think it looks really good. So I'm going to select this. I'm just going to make one quick change before I finish this up, which is I want my course to be the homepage of my site. So I'm just going to make my course my homepage, and I'm going to move on. So there we go. I'm hopping back into the dashboard here. So we've created a course, customized look and feel, and now it's time for us to set up our domain name. This is the last step. So with Teachable, you get a standard teachable.com domain. So it'll look something like mywebsite.teachable.com, okay? But once you're using one of our other plans, you'll be able to use a custom domain like mywebsite.com, like courses.mywebsite.com or mycoolacademy.com, something like this. And Angelo, yes, you can use a Facebook pixel on the site. So I'm going to confirm my domain here. I'm just going to stick for the Teachable one for now, and I'm going to move on. So we are done. We've created a course. We've done all of this. So let's launch our school and take a look at what we built. Now our school is launched, and let's take a look at this together. So the first thing I want to do is I want to check out the course that I built. I want to take a look at the sales page. Now, do you remember those beautiful sales pages we were looking at earlier? Well, we just built one in about 20 minutes, okay? So welcome to Hello's Guide to Flying a Broomstick. I can watch the little promo video about this course, which is somebody typing words into a Google document. I can see the call to action. I read through the description with image and text, see my instructor bio, all about me, class curriculum, including those links to free preview lectures, FAQs to address user concerns, testimonial for social proof, and then finally that call to action to get started now with the basic edition, the VIP edition, or the installment plan. And this is very, very important, by the way. This is going to work on whatever kind of device you have. So if my user is on a mobile device, I'm here on an iPhone 10, everything works beautifully. So everything from the checkout boxes to the testimonials to the curriculum to the FAQs, it's all automatically made for phones, so you don't have to do any sort of special customization. So guys, I really appreciate your time today. We just spent a lot of time talking about Teachable, going over details, going over all of this different stuff, diving into the tech, showing you exactly how you can build a course on the platform. But it's time to talk about the most important part of the puzzle here. It's time to talk about the thing that no platform can replace. It's time to talk about you. Now, what we have found after watching literally tens of thousands of courses launch on Teachable is that there are two essential keys to building and creating successful online courses. Now, the first thing is the tech, because you need a stable, beautiful, and easy to use platform that can be the backbone of your online course business, no matter how big your imagination gets. Now, it needs to be simple, but powerful so that you can start selling easily. Now, maybe I'm biased, but I think that Teachable is the best platform out there. Now, the second thing, though, is the hard part. It's the strategy. It's the method. It's a proven plan to follow from people who have done this before. This is really the hard part because there are so many ways that you can go about creating and marketing your course. But trying to figure it out via trial and error would be a huge pain. Now, with Teachable, we've already solved the first problem by creating the platform. So we were determined to address that second part as well. Now, you will find plenty of guides out there for people looking to create online courses. Tutorials and how-tos are a dime a dozen. But here's the thing. Pretty much all of those guides are based on one person's experience with one or two launches to the same kind of audience. But here at Teachable, we have the behind-the-scenes data on our tens of thousands of schools. We've talked to the instructors, analyzed conversion rates and content, dug down into all the data available. It's an incredible resource and a bit of an unfair advantage because it means that we know exactly what works and what doesn't work quite as well. So there's no trial and error necessary. Now, again, we wanted to help you with that second part. We wanted to give you a step-by-step, in-depth guide on exactly what to do. And that's why we created this special Teachable bundle. Now, today, everyone who joins us or who upgrades an existing paid plan is going to get some incredibly valuable bonuses. Now, before I go over the bonuses today, I wanted to quickly tell you about our plans. We have two main plans on Teachable, which is the high volume plan for $300 a month and the professional plan, which is $99 a month. Now, I'm going to tell you something kind of weird. You probably shouldn't sign up for our high volume plan. It's the highest end plan we offer to individuals. It's built for people already doing 5 or 6 figures a month in an online course business. People like Pat Flynn, Melissa Griffin, Seth Godin. Now, because these people have large teams, they need 25 admin accounts. They sell to businesses and corporations, so they need our bulk student manager. Now, if this plan is right for you, you can upgrade to it at any time, but the vast majority of you will be better off in our professional plan. Now, the professional plan is by far our most popular plan, probably because it is 90% of the features of high volume at 1/3 the price. Now, with the Pro plan, you get unlimited courses and students. You can scale as much as you'd like. You have a custom domain to match your brand, learner progress tracking, and advanced reporting and analytics so that you can use data to make great decisions about your school. You also get a fully managed affiliate program, which means that we don't just track your affiliates, we can also pay them for you and even send them tax forms. Now, the school has graded quizzes for better assessments, multiple instructors who can contribute courses, and even drip content for automatically releasing your courses over time. But the biggest reasons that people use our Pro plan is for this: no transaction fees, instant payouts, and we need to add this to the slide, but live chat support. So all this means is that all you have to do is link your Stripe and PayPal account. All the money you make will go directly and instantly to you with no transaction fees charged by Teachable. And the best part is that if you don't want to deal with any admin headaches at all, we can process the payments for you, send you a payment every 30 days. And when we do that, we also handle all of the admin work like affiliate payouts and tax forms. And if you have any questions about this on the Pro plan, you'll be able to access our live chat support team, which is incredible. They're great. It's much faster than email ticketing. It's an awesome service, and we're happy to have rolled it out. Now, with our Pro plan, you'll have access to the best platform and features on the market. It's a tool that people have used to scale from 0 to 6 figures in online course revenue. But like I said, the platform is the easy part. The hard part is finding a step-by-step guide that walks you through exactly how you can create, market, and launch your online courses. Now, we wanted to put together a guide on how to do that, and we did it in the form of a course called the Profitable Teacher. Now, the Profitable Teacher is our flagship course. We spent over $50,000 in months of our time creating it. We flew the whole team down to Florida to film it, and we poured everything we've learned into it. Oh, we sell it for $350. You can go buy it right now at that price. But if you join us today with this offer, you will get it for free. And when I say this offer, the button should be live just about now for you to join us if you're convinced already. Now, I'm serious when I say that it covers everything you need to know. Everything from finding your best course idea, to creating your course's sales page, to developing and executing your marketing and launch strategy. Now, the thing to know is that the Profitable Teacher isn't just information, it's also resources. Because when you get the course, you also get all the resources you'll need to execute the strategies that we give to you. This means you get our calendars, checklists, email templates, downloads, an extra helping hand every step of the way. Now, the main thing to know about the Profitable Teacher is that it's a practical course, not just theory. Now, what does that mean? It means that by the end of the course, if you followed the steps, you'll have successfully created a real profitable course with real students and real revenue. Now, the Profitable Teacher by itself is great, but we wanted to make sure you had all the tools we could offer. That's why as part of this bundle today, you're getting even more than that. We'll also be including our course creation workshop series. Now, let me tell you a bit about this. Every year we get together with some of our brightest minds in the online course industry. We pick their brains, get their top tips and strategies, and then compress those into info-packed workshops. Now, we have 11 of these, which again, we normally sell. And as part of today's offer, you'll be getting all of them for free. Let me quickly tell you about some of them. Mariah Cause is an online course expert, and we did 2 workshops with her on how to have a successful launch and how to pick an irresistible course topic. Melissa Griffin sat us down to explain, first of all, what a sales funnel is, and then how to put one together for her online courses, or your online courses, rather. Caleb Wojcik is a world-renowned videographer, but if you don't have the thousands of dollars it takes to hire him, you can get his course for free through this bundle on how to create beautiful video yourself. And finally, Sean McCabe has built a 6-figure business off the back of his writing. And if you're looking to promote or build your business using writing, this workshop is invaluable. Now, you'll get all of those, plus the 6 more workshops that you'll learn more about on the other side. I keep saying this, though, that's not all. You will also get, if you decide to join us today on our professional plan, you'll also get our most valuable bonus of all, which is 8 weeks of our live group coaching calls. Now, these are intimate, small group sessions led by the Teachable team, aka me. That's why I'm smiling in that picture there. Now, these always turn into a masterclass style format. People sharing successes, learning lessons from each other, and getting insights from other instructors and our Teachable team, okay? Now, these are incredible. These are incredibly valuable, and you'll get 8 weeks of access to these for free when you join us on Pro today. Now, I know that this sounds like a lot because it is, but you can go through all of these bonuses at your own pace. So you'll be able to fit this into your schedule, even if you're very busy walking in front of yellow walls. Now, here's everything you're getting today. When you join us on the Pro plan, you'll be getting the Profitable Teacher, the Course Creation Workshop Series, and 8 weeks of group Q&A coaching. Now, that's a total value of almost $1,000, and that's not a made-up number. That is the actual value. When you sign up for Pro, you're going to get all of those bonuses as a gift for free. Now, we do have one more plan, which might be right for you if you fall into a particular set of circumstances. If you're not planning on launching within 6 months, not planning on making more than $1,000, if you don't want any one-on-one or small group help getting started, you might consider the basic plan as well. Now, the basic plan doesn't have all the features of Pro, but you can still use it to get started because you'll still have unlimited courses and students. You'll still have drip content. But on the basic plan, we process all the payments for you, charge you a transaction fee, and then send you your payment every 30 days. That's why we recommend Pro for most people because the price difference simply isn't worth it. Now, you'll still get some of the bonuses if you join us on Basic today, but you won't get our most valuable ones, the ones that require our time attention, which means no group coaching calls, okay? Cool. Sorry, I just got stuck there for a sec. So here's what to do next. If at this point you think that Teachable could be the right decision for yourself and your business, all you have to do is select your plan above to get the bundle now. Now, if you already have an account with us and you're looking to upgrade that account, that's no problem at all. Here's all you need to do. Now, when you select the plan above, you'll be brought to a screen that looks like this. Now, if you already have an account, then please click Log In at the top right of the window. Do not create a new account. If you do, your bonuses might go to one email, your courses will be under another email, our customer care team will have to fix everything, and they'll be angry at me. So please, help keep me out of trouble. If you already have an account, click Log In at the top right. Thank you so much. Now, here's what happens after you upgrade. First, you'll get an email from us with all the info on how to access the bonuses. And second, you just click on these access links, log in, and you'll have access to everything. Now, the email will go to you automatically, but what I want you to do is to let us know in the chat if you've upgraded. I'm looking at our live feed on the back end right now, and I'm already seeing like more than 4 upgrades come through, but let us know in the chat. That way we can welcome you by name and expedite your bonuses. Now, again, I want to thank everyone who's currently upgrading, but I know that there are some of you who are still on the fence, and it's to you that I want to speak right now. Because if you're not 100% sure that this is something worth doing, I've got something to tell you about. And that is our guarantee, the world's best money-back guarantee. Now, let me tell you a little bit about why. So you'll have 30 days to go through everything. You can set up your site, download the bonuses, go through all the materials. There are no limits on your features, courses, or bonuses. And after 30 days, if you're not sure that Teachable is perfect for you, and that's fine, Teachable isn't perfect for everyone, just let us know and we will give you a full refund. No questions asked. We will ask you as many questions as this pineapple does. So at this point, you're probably thinking, okay, 30 days money back, that sounds good. But how is this the best money back offer in the world? Well, here's how. Here's the crazy part. Even if you get a full refund and never pay us another penny, you can still keep all the videos, courses, bonuses, and downloads. They're yours forever, even if you get a full refund. This is absolutely insane. Now, that's why we can call this 100% risk-free decision. You can upgrade today, take advantage of all the bonuses, downgrade in a few weeks, and still get to keep everything. Now, at this point, you should be asking, how are we able to do this? Why are we able to offer over like around $1,000 worth of bonuses and still let you keep them even if you get a refund? It sounds too good to be true, When something sounds too good to be true, it normally is. But that's not the case for us. Let me tell you a bit more. So normally when you go to a webinar like this, you'll end up seeing a slide that looks like this. They'll talk about how they have $10 bazillion worth of widgets with a big number showing you the quote unquote value of what you're getting. And it's all available today for just 4 easy payments of $19.99. Look, but here's the thing. When you see a slide that looks like this, that number on the bottom right is normally entirely made up. That's because they've never actually sold those widgets for $1 bazillion. They've probably never even sold those widgets for $5. That's how we're different. We actually sell these bonuses for this amount of money. But if that's the case, how can we afford to give them away? The answer is that, well, we're a software company. Now, what does that mean? Well, back in the day, we used to make a lot of our money from what we call training revenue. We sold the profitable teacher, we sold onboarding, we sold group coaching. We made a lot of money that way. But then one day we sat down and we dug into the data and we learned a few things. First, we learned that people who used these trainings were way more successful than people who didn't. People who completed the profitable teacher were more likely to have over 100 students. People who used our onboarding were more likely to make over $1,000 per month. And crucially, people who used our training, they stuck around longer and they paid us more money. Now, when we saw this, when we did the math, we realized that in the long run, we would be more successful as a business if we gave away these bonuses to people who joined us on our paid plans. Yes, I mean, we would lose out on the upfront revenue, but these bonuses make you more successful. And when you're more successful, you're more likely to keep paying us. Refer your friends and business partners and other things that make us more successful as well. That's the nice thing about this business. We are only successful when you are. Now, like I said at the beginning, I want to be fully upfront and transparent with you. And that's why I explained exactly why we're financially able to offer you this bundle today. Now, you have nothing to lose. Even if you realize later on this isn't perfect for you, you'll have a full refund, no questions asked. However, and I swear this is the last time I'll say this, it still gets better. Now, our offer is valid for the next 24 hours or so, but for everyone who signs up during the webinar itself for the next half hour until we're done with the Q&A, you'll receive 2 special fast action bonuses. Now, the first are the live workshop replays from last year's summit. They're just as valuable, just as information-packed. They're just a year older. They've aged like a fine wine. Now, finally, you'll get our studio setup guide, a quick little cheat sheet walking you through creating a DIY studio in your home or office without breaking the bank. Now, when you add this all up, it's a total of almost $1,200 worth of courses and bonuses. And that's the real value. It's yours today when you make an investment in yourself and join us on the professional plan. Now, here's what people say about Teachable. Mariah Cause says, 95% of my income has come from online courses. They are literally the perfect product. And Julie Stone says, I quickly went from creating small, inexpensive courses to creating large courses that resulted in 5-figure income months. Okay, so we're going to have a live Q&A in a second, but here's what to do next. Just select your plan up above to join us today and let us know in the chat when you upgrade so that we can personally welcome you and expedite your bonuses. After you upgrade, you'll get email information on how to access everything. Just click those links and you'll be all good. And if you need help once you're on the other side, our customer care team is standing by for live chat or email support for Pro and email only for Basic. And like I said, we keep things real. So this is an actual picture of our customer care team, not a stock photo. Except now our team is like 5 times the size, so we really need to take a new picture. Now, with Teachable, with these bonuses, you'll have everything you need to create and launch your own online courses. Now, our live Q&A is starting now, so ask your questions in the chat because we want to make sure that you're getting started with confidence. All right. And we are back. Hello, everyone. We're here. We're live. We're still here. So ask us your questions here, Katie. I'll move this so they can actually see you. So ask us your questions so we can let you know. Yes is upgraded, and I think a few other people have also upgraded as I'm seeing on the back end. So virtual high five and real high five to everyone. So
a few people are actually asking how to upgrade for an annual.
Oh, okay. So if you want to upgrade to an annual plan, let me show you exactly what to do. Okay. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. So if you're interested in an annual plan, and with an annual plan, by the way, you save 2 months. So like an annual pro plan, you save $200. So I'm just going to click upgrade to professional. And I'm going to go through the process. Like I'm going to log into my existing account, etc. And I'm going to upgrade to professional. But then once I've upgraded, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to switch my screen now. What I'm going to do is after I upgrade initially to monthly, then I'm going to change this. So once you upgrade to monthly, you're going to be on a screen that looks like this. Okay, it'll say that you're on the professional. Just click annual, then select your new professional plan, the annual version. Don't worry, we will not double charge you. We automatically will give you a prorated discount based on your earlier upgrades. That's how you do it for annual. So someone was asking if I could show what the courses actually look like. Oh, and Alex says what has upgraded. Alex, virtual high five, real high five. Chezzy is asking about a competitor. So Chezzy, if you already have an account on a competitor, once you upgrade, shoot a note to our support team. We should be able to help you get your content across. BK, can I customize my payment gateway? Yes, you can. So let me show you, by the way, people were asking what the course actually looks like that I built. So let me show you this really quickly, actually. So I'm just going to share my screen with everyone. Let me hop over to my course. And let me preview this as a logged in user. So here I am. I'm looking at this as a student, and I can see that it's clean, it's simple, it's easy. Like our look and feel is professional and simple. That's what we're going for. So I can hop right into where I left off. I click Start Next Lecture, and it brings me right into Lecture 1, Flying Brooms is Fun. So I can watch our thrilling video. And remember, I made this downloadable, so I can click the download button to download the video if I want. I can read through our text. I can take a look at our PDF, which is a beautiful brand new PDF viewer. It actually looks great. It's brand new. So this is looking good. So I can complete and continue. I see my percentage complete updates automatically. And in lecture 2, I can go through my quiz. I can post comments. It's all there automatically. Oh, and yes, this will work even on a mobile device. So when I'm on an iPhone, I can see that everything is automatically reformatted for mobile. It is that simple. All right, I'm just going to stop sharing my screen and go back to the questions. So we had a few more people upgrade. Virtual high five, real high five. Marcy says, how do you secure intellectual content? Marcy, again, you can toggle on and off whether people can download your stuff. So that's the main thing. While you can't block people 100% because they could just take pictures of their screen if you wanted, we take all industry standard precautions.
So we're actually using a Blue Yeti as the microphone. A lot of people are actually asking that today. So that's the Blue Yeti.
Yeah, it's a solid mic.
It's very good.
BK, can I use a local payment gateway? So BK, in Teachable directly, you can accept payments from students who pay with credit card, debit card, or PayPal. If they don't want to pay with any of those methods, you can take payment outside of Teachable and then give people a coupon to enroll for free.
Hello says, can I still get bonuses if I decide to upgrade later? Yep, so you have until the inside of this video to get all of the bonuses, including the live bonuses as well, and then 24 hours to get the rest of the bonuses.
Chezzy, can you add YouTube videos? I think I answered that. But yeah, you absolutely can. It's very easy. You just embed them, just like you would embed a YouTube video on any other site.
Chezzy, I'll also send you an article on how to do that.
Jennifer M, can you input open-ended questions with a text box to answer a few of learning activities? So Jennifer, yes, you can. We don't have a Teachable native text box, but many people will use like a Google form or a Survey Monkey or a type form, something like that. And Jude, can you use video straight from your iPad? So Jude, yes, you would just record video on your iPad. And then when you click upload file to Teachable, you would select that file from your iPad. How will I know the student has sent me a comment? You get automatic email notifications when people add comments to your courses. Lindsay, how many marketing emails allowed in Pro? Lindsay, this makes me think you were looking at our competition who limit the number of emails you send despite being like 3 times as expensive. You can send unlimited emails on Pro, okay? And we mean that. We've only asked people to like, hey, cut it out when they were sending literally millions of emails a month. So you have to get to that level before we would even think of reaching out to you.
GG, it was a Blue Yeti, but I'll type it in the chat as well.
Lacey, the live groups, the information for that should be in the courses. Jim is upgraded, virtual high five, real high five.
Hello, I'm going to send you an article as well. I've been flying these articles out on how to change the language at the school.
DC, when you say unbranded website, what does that mean? So DC, what that means is on the basic plan, there's like text that shows up in your site that says powered by Teachable, or I think it actually says teach online with Teachable. On the Pro plan, you just click a button and that goes away. But by default, I should let you know that we give you a free SSL certificate that is branded to your site. So you will have secure sites, all from Teachable. So Lacey says, I can use sending emails through Teachable. Yes, you can. So Lacey, we're not like a full email service provider. So you can't set up like complicated sequences or flows. And we're mostly used for courses, but we're fantastic for blast emails. So if you have everyone in your course and you want to send out a blast email to them, just do that right through Teachable. No need to go to your email provider for us.
Yeah, and you're in charge of your students' data as well. So they're your email addresses. We have nothing to do with them. Yes says, now that I've upgraded, what do I do next? Great question. So you're going to receive the bonuses via email, and make sure you check your promotions tab as well. And I would suggest starting with the profitable teacher, and that will just break down some steps to you on what to do next.
Jill says, is Squarespace comparable? So Jill, Squarespace is more for like you're saying like blogging or retail. So many people on Teachable, they have like their main website on Squarespace. So like, let's say they own, let's say I own cameronsPhotos.com, as a photographer in past life. So I own cameronsPhotos.com. And then my courses would live at like learn.cameronsphotos.com. And when you go to learn. It would go to Teachable. But cameronsphotos.com would be on Squarespace. Does that make sense? All right, now back to the chat.
I'm like, yes, it does.
Brian just upgraded. Brian, virtual high five, real high five. So BK, how can I give certificates to my students? This is a very good question. Katie dropped you a support article. Right now, we have a third-party provider that issues the certificates, but within the next, I would say 2 months, we're looking to have certificates added natively to the platform. We're very excited.
Can you tell we're excited?
That'll be on the pro plan only. Marcy, if I go upgrade, Marcy, just click upgrade. You'll create a new account during the process, okay? So Courtney says, how do you embed a SurveyMonkey type survey for patients? So Courtney, when you create a SurveyMonkey survey, one of the embed options for that survey, when you click on like share that survey, you'll see like an embed option. You just copy and paste that embed code and put it into a text block on Teachable, and the survey will show up there.
Lacey, we are very excited for certificates as well.
Shanithia just upgraded. Shanitha, nice. Great to have you. Virtual high five, real high five. And I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. So whether it's Shanitha, Shanithia, I hate it when people mispronounce my name. So I want to know that I'm being conscious of this. Robert Marchand, what if my course is certified by the Ministry of Education? Robert, then you have a great thing on your resume. Like, hey, you should take this course because I'm certified by the Ministry of Education.
That's awesome.
If you're concerned about technical aspects of certification, like if part of the certification of this course is that, users can't like have to do some sort of task or their learning environment has to have some sort of characteristic, let us know if there are any specific conditions there, and we'll be happy to look into that for you.
Nick says, do you have any stats on what classes or topics are most searched for? So off the top of my head, no, but I know in the Profitable Teacher, it takes you through some aspects on how you can do some like due diligence and research yourself to see if there's like demand for your topic.
So MH, if you have an embedded survey and you're using that to generate the certificates, you probably have to link that together outside of Teachable, but you can trigger certificates on Teachable based off of people having quizzes, okay?
Dennis, you can access the bonuses. You'll receive them via email. Make sure you check your spam and promotions tab. And if you haven't received it in like 2 hours or so, just shoot us an email at support@teachable.com and we'll make sure you get the bonuses. High five as well. Sorry.
Virtual high five, real high five. So CJ says, can I upload the payment details on behalf of students? So CJ, yes. What you to do that is just log out of your school and then just kind of pretend to be them, like sign up for your course, putting in their name and their payment information. So it's simple as that. Log out of your main account, and they're on the phone with you giving your payment information. Just sign up as them, okay? Very easy.
Robert says, what about homeworks and exams? So we have quizzing, but if you want more like long form answers and exams, I'd suggest embedding a Google form so that you can add that in and get longer answers from your students as well.
Jill says, you're both amazing and made me feel so capable. Thank you for helping us lay people feel like rock stars. Jill, you are a rock star. Thanks. I love that. Lacey, we do have referral bonuses. Specifically, we have a great affiliate program. So you will get paid if you bring someone over to us. Go to teachable.com/affiliates for that. Robert Marchand, 3-hour exam. So Robert, for people who are doing certification like that, they often have the course on Teachable, and then they link people to a certified exam, because often those certified exams have long requirements that are a little bit different than what we can do with Teachable. So it's very easy. So yeah, for 3-hour exams in Proctor, yeah, we're not going to have proctored exams on Teachable. So their exam would happen outside of Teachable, maybe over like a video conference with you or something. But the course would happen on Teachable. That's typically how we see it happen. Okay, so someone had a good question earlier. What if they want to sell 200 licenses of their course to someone?
Oh, great question.
So what you can do is you can easily duplicate your content into like a sub content just for them. So if your main course is called Knitting 101 and you have, the knitting company wants to use it, you can create a version of it just for the knitting company. So from there, you can sell them 200 license codes in the form of single-use coupons, or you might actually be a good candidate for the high volume plan because that allows you to bulk import students. So if you're frequently selling licenses, it might make sense. So from there, also you can set one of the people from their team as an admin of that course so that they can oversee reports and stuff like that. Ustaz William, the affiliates link doesn't need to. Could you double check teachable.com/affiliates? Paul D, IMN. There you go, Paul D. Virtual high five, real high five. Nice. Samson from Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria and I have a Naira MasterCard, not dollars. So Samson, you can pay us using any credit or debit card. It accepts cards from all over the world. If it's not working with us, then unfortunately, normally it's the bank that's blocking it. And there's not anything that either of us can do other than call your bank.
Oh, it was Gabrielle.
Gabrielle, welcome. Sorry. Great to have you, Gabrielle. Virtual high five, real high five. Hershad, what happens if I stop my courses after 1 year? Whether my student or subscriber early be able to follow course. So Hershad, if you stop your course after a year, well, it depends what you mean by stop. If you want to delete all the content and delete your accounts, you'll have to work that out with your students. But if you just want to go down to the free plan and just like get rid of the paid features, they should continue to access it. Bo says, can you please send a link to the Power Editor documentation? We have a support article about the Power Editor. It's not full editor documentation, but it goes into detail about it. So Lacey, I already started setting out a course and I can't figure out how to change the bio info for the instructor. So Lacey, I apologize for that. It's not in a super intuitive place. That's something that we're looking to change. Actually, something we're looking to change within the next few weeks. So we'll make it easier. But for right now, here's what you do. So in the admin dashboard, if you go to Site and then Site and then Authors, this is where your author bios are. So you can edit them from here. Okay. Sorry again. I know that's not the most intuitive place, and we're looking to change that within the next 2 weeks. Paul D is in again. Virtual high five, Paulie D. Virtual high five, real high five.
That makes me so happy. So it's hilarious.
Tom, if I upgrade to basic now, I won't get 8 weeks of coaching calls, but I'll get everything else. Yes, Tom, that is correct. You just won't get the features of Pro. So Angelo, if I already have my videos hosted on YouTube, do I have to upload them to Teachable? You don't. Uploading them to Teachable is nice because we'll give you video reports. But if you want to just embed your existing videos, that's okay with us too. Not a big deal. Hello says, I'm in. I love it. So Warren says, do students get their own individual access code? So Warren, every student has their own individual account. So they log in with their email address and password to access their courses. You can track the number of logins at any time. So you can see like, hey, like this person's logged in 1,000 times. That seems weird. Like maybe I should lock them out. But a lot of people are worried about this. They're like, hey, what if students like share their login info? I've seen this happen maybe like 10 times in my 2+ years here. Okay.
Alex says, can I move people around between?
So
the courses once they've uploaded into the course. I'm not sure what you mean
courses. So Alex, there's no way to like take people, like you have 100 students in one course. There's no way to take them out of one course and put them all into another course all at once. It's not a feature that we have, but you could give them all access to a new course by bundling the new course into the old course. Okay. Lectures. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This is not like a stone tablet. You can edit stuff once you add it.
Yeah.
Chezzy, I'm only paying $79 a month for Pro where I am. Can you price match? Chezzy, I'll be blunt with you. No, we can't. We have a set value for our service. We're confident we deliver the value that we're pricing it at, and we don't really make exceptions. So while occasion, like, we've done promotions with like, have a free month of Teachable, etc. But those are even with those, after 1 month, it goes up to the full price. So we don't discount our service because we believe that we deliver the value that we want. Now, Chezzy, the other thing I'll say is that if you try out Teachable for 1 or 2 months and you're like, wow, this is good, this is for me, you can switch to the annual plan. because that you save $200 in a year, when you average that out, it's the average price per month is $83.75 or $83.25. That's only $4 away from that price you're saying right there. So I don't think we're going to get any better than that. Okay. So I just want to be fully honest with you, Chezzy.
I also wanted to, while we're here, is plug our Facebook group. We have over 20,000 people, instructors as well. So Chezzy, feel free to ask in there about people's experience. It's really helpful for feedback and for other people as well. And just a great resource if you're just wondering about Teachable and maybe what your experience is with us.
So Jill says, what if you get really negative feedback from scammers and trolls? So Jill, are you talking about like comments, like people leaving like negative comments? So I'm curious to hear what you mean by feedback. Alex wants to know how to move a lecture. Alex, I'm happy to show you how to move a lecture. Oh, Alex, are you talking about moving a lecture from one course into another course? That's not something that's possible. We've gotten multiple requests for that. That's something that we're looking into doing. It's not possible to move a lecture from one course to another. I apologize. I know that that's frustrating, but we are looking to change that. It's a common thing that we want to do ourselves when we want to like edit our courses. So we know that it's a little bit annoying. We'll get that taken care of.
Oh, I see. Yes,
okay.
Like someone unhappy with their content. So I do actually suggest if you're starting off and putting your content out and having your comments on, it's really great to listen to people's feedback or students' feedback to kind of tweak and edit your courses as you go. If it's really bad comments, you can contact the student and see, what the problem is or why they're disgruntled. And most extreme, maybe turn off comments if you're really worried about that.
Typically, by the way, when you ask in our private instructor Facebook group, there was a thread about this recently. Someone asked, like, what's your average refund rate? Like, how many of your students ask for a refund? I think the average is like less than 5%. Like, most people
really
are like, 2 or 3 refunds per 100 students. And then some people had higher ones where it was like a difficult course, so they'd have a higher refund request. So MH, and the other person asking about GDPR compliance. Good news. We are going to be compliant by the deadline. We have already been in the process of signing agreements with all of our sub-processors about their GDPR compliance. As a company, it really sucks because we have all of these people we work with that help us work with our data. And it's very tricky, but we are going to be compliant by the deadline. We have many, many customers in the EU.
I think it's like 40%.
Yeah. We also have we have a VAT office in Ireland, so we could face EU penalties. We are going to be compliant. It's something that really matters for us. We're not some American company getting like, who cares about Europe? Like, whatever. No, we know it's important and we're going to get it done. Paul D, can you go over the bonuses for professional? Yes, I can. So Paul D, let me just share my screen with you.
Thanks, Harrison. Good job.
Yeah, we have Europeans even in our office. Though Katie isn't European anymore post-Brexit. Sorry, Katie, get rid of that EU passport. Huh? We're not gone just yet? All right.
I think it's official, actually. I can't remember.
No, it hasn't happened yet. It has not. All right, so the bonuses for Pro. When you sign up today, well, you get the Pro plan, so you get full access to everything Teachable has to offer. But in addition to that, the bonuses, you get the Profitable Teacher, which is a course we made about creating online courses. It's long, in-depth, it's fantastic. You get that for free. You get a series of workshops from some guest instructors, which we sell for free. You get 8 weeks of group Q&A coaching, a studio setup guide, and last year's, or rather 2015's Teachable Summit workshop replays as well. So you get all that when you join us today for $99 a month.
MH, you are ahead of the curve. Thank you.
Yeah, and MH, by the way, if you're on our email list, if you have a Teachable school, we will keep you updated as we progress through the GDPR compliance process.
Lavinia says, can you talk about the firewall? No, you know more information.
Lavanya, can you talk about the firewall? So Lavanya, you might mean a few different things by that. We automatically have an SSL certificate to make sure that all of your content is delivered through a secured encrypted connection. But if you need more details about like our security or our features, let me know let me know in more detail, please.
Lucy, hey Katie, my fellow Brit. Well, hello Lucy. When joining the Facebook group, can you get people to in the group to check your course before you launch it?
Yeah, we see people ask for feedback.
Yeah, definitely. And I would recommend doing it because a lot of the instructors, I'm sure, would be willing to jump in. And if it's a similar topic to theirs, I'm sure they would either share their course and give you feedback. Like I said, there's like 20,000 instructors on there, so super helpful, and we like to hover on it as well. And Noelle is our community manager on it, and she's awesome.
So Tom and DC and Chezzy and Paul D have upgraded. Guys, virtual high five, real high five. Nice. Paul, when you upgrade through this webinar, you should get them all automatically. You should get an email with all those bonuses. If you're not seeing that email after an hour or so, just shoot us a message, support@teachable.com, support@teachable.com, and we'll get those to you.
Alex says, if I create a course with 4 lectures uploaded, can I give access to them one by one? If yes, how? Yes, you can. And I would recommend doing it by dripping your content out, and I will send it to you. I'll send you an article on how you can do it. So you drip out your content. Maybe it's like, I sign up, I receive the content, and then a week later I get the next course, and 2 weeks later I get the next course. So
Jaron says, how can I get a refund or cancel if it doesn't work for me in the first 30 days? So Jaron, we never want you to be unhappy, but if you're unhappy with Teachable, please leave. We don't want anyone sticking around who's unhappy with a service. That's why we don't want you to like sign a commitment immediately. Like, why would we want an unhappy customer? That sounds terrible. But in any case, just get in touch with us. Say, hey, I'd like to cancel my plan and get a refund. And we will cancel your plan and give you a refund. Imagine, how crazy is that?
Yeah. So assuming I can upgrade at any time, yes, you can. Just know that this offer for the bonuses is for 24 hours.
Alex says, thanks, Katie. Looking forward to that one for myself. Couldn't figure out. Yeah, sorry, Alex. It's a little annoying. Appreciate that. Doris, dates and times for the group call. So Doris, we do those every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. They're all recorded and they're put online. So once you sign up, you not only get access to 8 of them live, but you'll get access to the full library of recorded ones. You've got over 100 of those, which you'll be able to access. Yeah. So there's a whole library of recorded Q&As for you as well.
Marcy says, can Chinese be used in software? Yeah. Yes, it can.
Yeah, shouldn't be a problem.
Any language, and it's one language per school.
Yes.
So keep those questions coming. You will receive also from us feedback on the webinar. It's like a survey. If you have 2 minutes, take it. If not, don't worry. We'd love your feedback on how this webinar is.
Yeah. So we have only a couple minutes left. A couple of minutes left here on this call. I know. Warren says, can our courses be live webinars like this? Warren, yes, they can. Lots of successful courses include a live component. Katie will drop you a link about that. So Fire, I'm currently using security, which blocks attacks from my website. So Lavanya, we protect our resources behind Cloudflare. We use Cloudflare's DDoS protection for incoming connections. So you should be able to use that as well. I'm not sure how that service I'm not sure about your service, like security or something. I'm not sure how that works, but if that applies to your domain, you should be able to have that manage your custom domain as well.
Robert says, what if you do the course in 2 languages?
Robert, just to be clear, the interface of the school can only be in 1 language. Okay.
Sorry, I should have been more clear with that.
Yeah. So if the course content could be in any language, but the actual interface of the school can only be in 1 language.
Yeah.
There is a workaround for this, which is to just use a slash. So for instance, if you want to have your interface of your school in Spanish and English, you would just, instead of having the login button say login or ingresar, you would just have it say login/ingresar. Okay, so that's what you would do. You would just go through, and instead of translating only to Spanish, you would just put English/Spanish for all of the terms. Okay.
Cameron's mom's a Spanish teacher.
My mom is my mom.
Your
mom. My mom. She is a Spanish teacher. Mi madre.
I'm saying the same thing.
Profesora de español. I did not take Spanish.
Sí.
She did though.
I have no idea what you're saying. You could say anything to me.
Alex says, how can we get all the questions and related links we got today? So Alex, unfortunately, we do not back up the chat for this webinar. So you can leave this tab open, just don't close it. Same thing.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say all of those links, I'm getting them from the same place. It seems like I'm like really whizzy and knowledgeable, but I'm just getting it from one location. And it's great if you just look in the search bar of our knowledge base, you can find any of those articles.
So Courtney
I'll send you another link.
Courtney has a really good question, which is, can students upgrade to the VIP option after buying and taking the regular course? Courtney, yes. And one thing I really recommend here is, let's say your normal course is $200 and your VIP is $1,000. Give people at the end of the main course, give them a $200 coupon for the VIP version. So like, let them apply the cost of their basic course to the VIP course. They'll get so many more people upgrading that way, because they'll feel like their money hasn't gone to waste. They'll be like, oh my God, there's so much more to learn. Let me go to like learn more. Okay. So I would really recommend that as a strategy. So No says, what about connecting to phone conferences with a phone number and then code has to be entered? So that obviously wouldn't happen on Teachable. Teachable is not a phone system. That's not how Teachable works, where we host online courses. But however, your course can be mostly online. And then in the course, you can say, and on Friday, February 23rd, we will be having our third coaching call. Use this info to dial in and connect. People do that all the time. People add live components to their course. People add in-person components to their course. People even do event ticketing and stuff through their course. So you can absolutely do that. Just Teachable would handle a live component, okay? Sorry, we would handle the online component.
Also, is there a promo text for students on why Teachable?
Alex, could you hear? I'd like to hear a little bit more of the context here. So are you like coming over from an existing system and you want to answer like your students when they say, hey, why are we moving from the system to the Teachable system? Like what kind of questions are you trying to answer with this text? Because I'll be able to, I don't think we have any pre-written promos, but I'll be able to help you kind of walk through how I would answer that. Okay, Alex?
And if you don't want to ask us here, you can also ask in our Facebook group. We should have a little song for it.
Facebook group.
If you do have any more...
Tiffany says, can we have multiple domain names in one plan? Tiffany, yes. But just to be clear, only one of those will be like the primary domain. So I know someone who has like a few different domain names and they all point to one Teachable site because he's used those domain or brand names in the past. Alex says, we use email system where they sign up and they have to sign up at Teachable. So Alex, what I would say to them then is that like by signing up for Teachable, they'll be able to get more value from you from your content. So Alex, I don't know what your topic is. Let's say your topic is carpentry. To say so, thank you for signing up for our email list. You're ready to get some great tips about carpentry. To get even more information, to get more in depth value, to get this and this. You can also sign up for our free courses on Teachable. And then what I would do is also use some social proof. So be like people who have taken our courses say this, and then someone who's really happy says like, oh, I took Alex's carpentry course and now I'm an expert carpenter, like that kind of stuff. So get some social proof in there, make it seem like, hey, this is just the logical next step. Okay. Lavanya says, thanks guys. If someone is a WordPress user and not convinced with Teachable, I can share my WordPress hosting experience and why I switched to Teachable. Lavanya, I love the networking. Make sure to join the Facebook group because we have people asking there sometimes, hey, my course is on WordPress right now. Should I move it to Teachable? So Lavanya, definitely join the Facebook group. I think Katie will drop you a link.
I will indeed.
Glow-able training.
Global training.
Glow-able. Is that... Okay. Glow-able. That's an interesting brand name. But however, it is just about time for us to wrap this up. This has been a lot of fun. So I will take a few last minute questions.
And if we missed any, please repost them as well. Yes, Paul D, it is unlimited.
Unlimited. We have schools with over 1,000 courses. Global training.
Gotcha.
Jill says, do you have recommendations on social media promotion for your classes? Jill, yeah, I would recommend trying to promote a free class, like a free mini class, before you start trying to promote your paid classes. Because once you're able to promote your paid classes using like testimonials and experiences and content from your paid courses, from your free courses, and it makes things easier. It also gives you a ready-made student base. So people who have taken your free content, they're a lot more likely to buy your paid content than a random person on the street.
Jill, I'd also check out the blog article I just sent you. It's a really great article on how you can do that.
But it is unfortunately just about time for us to wrap this up. So we're going to leave the upgrade button up there for just a few minutes after we wrap this up for anyone who's like, if you need to find your credit card or maybe you're like a few minutes behind or something like that. We're going to leave that up for a few minutes, okay? But it is about time for us to wrap this up. And I wanted to end by thanking everyone. Because at the end of the day, there are so many people out there who are interested in online courses, but not that many people will actually take the time to learn something. And that's what you guys did. So on behalf of myself
and from me
and from everyone else here at Teachable in New York City, thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See you all on the other side.
Thank you guys. Bye.